It was the Yuletide that men call Christmas, that they know in their hearts it is older than Bethlehem and Babylon, older than Memphis and mankind. It was the Yuletide, and I had come at last to the ancient sea town where my people had dwelt and kept festival in the elder time when festival was forbidden. Thank you, Howard Lovecraft, and thank you, friends, for joining me. We're celebrating Yuletide, the wedge of season, which is from December 21st, the winter solstice, to Imbolc, which is also known as Candlemas. It's February 2nd. Paradoxically, we celebrate the coming of light in the darkest part of the year. The crystal that I use to represent that journey is a black and white tourmaline. It contains both the darkness and the light at the same time. The deck that I'm using to celebrate this season is Seasons of the Witch. It's a rock pool deck, Lorraine Anderson, Juliet Diaz, illustrated by Giada Rose. The Seasons of the Witch, I started with Samhain. This is the Yule edition. Green gilt, lovely green backs. These cards are just gorgeous. Spoiler alert, number 3 coming up is Beltane for spring. That's supposed to be coming out in March of 2022. But meanwhile, I am loving this winter deck. It has just such a warm, cinnamony, clovey expression and reads beautifully with all of my other winter decks. I've turning inward for shadow work in those dark days. Could that be a lovelier card? Frost with candles. This is what I was talking about, that cold with that warmth, that juxtaposition of the dark with the light. Such a good time to look at that. I pair with Everyday Tarot. This running press, and you buy it in like inline at the Barnes and Noble, and the author and illustrator are Bridget Esselmont and illustrations by Eleanor Grosh. These are so simple, so clean. There's so much to these cards. And for winter, I especially love the limited palette, and even for right now, to go with the holiday golds, those holiday purples and royal colors to really, pop in with those greens to marry them into the Seasons of the Witch. Alrighty. I also especially like Mystic Sisters Oracle. This is by Emily Balivet. Bridget, will be seeing her from Imbolc as well. These cards are gorgeous, shiny. They read beautifully with a lot of the other decks that I've chosen for my winter explorations. Illuminated Key, the Coven, and especially Persephone for this time of year, of course. And this Awakening card lets us know we have a little time to go through. A little time to go through that work. I think it allows us the time to do that dark spirit work that's needed. Of course, This Might Hurt Tarot is a perennial favorite of mine. Every time, every day, every season, but especially for winter, Isabella Rotman. This just gives such beautiful, clear, concise readings with everything else. Queen of Wands, Two of Pentacles. It's a good lesson. Slow down, find what you're juggling, Find what you need to keep in the air. What gives you true joy? What you're hanging on to too tightly? What's worth fighting for? Stand on guard. Be at the ready. And eat cake. So this might hurt. Never lets me down. Hurts sometimes, but it's good. Another fabulous, fabulous winter deck is Golden Tarot. This is the Cat Black. I love these cards. I think of these sometimes as hibernation cards. There's so much to each card. There's so much depth to look into and study that I think we can really take our time with some of these images and look into them. Once again, they read beautifully with everything else here on the table. Alrighty. Here we have the Tower and turning inward. Here we have Carowidin and self-care. Page of Swords and family. And we pulled the Double Star. This is our message for Yuletime, my friends. Keep the eye on the star. Bring down creativity. Bring down blessings. Bring down tarot. Spread your message to the world. Thank you so much for joining me here. Happy Yuletide. We'll see you from Imbalik. Blessed be.